Hey everybody, Justin with PumpPal here, and if you're looking for the best workout app of 2026, you found the right video. I'm Justin, the creator of PumpPal, Physical Activity Logs, and today I'm going to demonstrate why PumpPal is the best in 2026. If you want to check out the app right away, just go to your app store, search for PumpPal Physical Activity Logs. In the store, download the app, install it, and you can kind of follow along with this video. Otherwise, I am going to just demonstrate it in this video if you want to watch and follow along. So yeah, let's just get started, I guess. So the main features of PumpPal that are unique to it is we have not only can you track your plans, you can group those plans, you can add exercises by types. We have progress photos, we have body measurements, and your reasons. And I'll kind of go through all these as we go. I'm going to start with the plans, as this is the central focus of the app, right? So it's your plans, have your exercises, what day you're going to do it, and essentially how to track your workouts in it, right? So once you get the app, you download, install, and register it, you'll be presented with this screen here. And what this is your plans. And the plans go by the week. So this list is going to be a week-long plan. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I find most people, when they start their workouts, it's generally by the week. So when I made this, at least when I work out, I know it's for the week. So I made it by the week for your plans list. If you wanted to create a new plan, you can simply click the plus button, and it'll bring you to a screen like this where you can get the plan a name and what day of the week you're going to do that plan, right? And then once you hit add or add plan, it'll be added to your plan list. Then from there you can select it, and it'll go into an area where you can add the exercises for that plan. When you hit the add exercise button, it's going to prompt you here, which is unique to PumpPal, and you can select which type of workout you're going to do, right? You're going to do weight training, that involve all the exercises you will see then inside that exercise will be involving weights, right? If you select body weight training, it'll all be exercises based off of body weight, like push-ups, Hindu push-ups, crunches, lunges, things like that. If you select cardio, of course, it's only going to be cardio exercises you see, running, swimming, things like that, and then stretching and mobility work. That's unique to PumpPal. It kind of filters out the stuff you want to use quickly, and you know what you're going to be adding, right? So that would be how you build a plan. So your plan has the day, the name of the plan, and then you add exercises to that plan. If you wanted to start your workout, you just select a plan. You'll be presented with that plan list, and there's a button there to then start your workout. It's on the bottom. You'll see it, and then you start your workout there, right? And then you'll be presented with this new screen. Where to go with it? Oh, right here. And you can track your workouts, right? So you have here, you can, the last time you worked out and did the bench press, you did 225 8 times. You have your rest timer. You would select how many times you did it this time. You want to try to shoot for that 9. Hit save, and it'll go through the rest timer and let you know when the next time, or let you know when your rest is up and you should be doing your next set. And it'll go through these into your next workout or your next exercise. So maybe your next exercise would be lat pull downs. And then it'll go into your next exercise until your exercises are exhausted, in which case it'll bring you to a workout summary screen of how you did in that workout. Pretty standard for the tracking workouts inside PumpPal. What's cool about PumpPal 2, let me go back to the plan screen, is if you're new or you don't want to try to create your own workout, on the bottom here you can build your own plan with the plan builder, and it's free to use in PumpPal, the big red button on the bottom here. If you select that, it'll bring you to a new plans, or a question about what your fitness level is. So let me go in here, and you'll be presented on this screen here. And essentially what it does is it allows you to choose your fitness level before we start to build the plan. We need to know if you're a beginner, we need to know if you're intermediate, we need to know if you're advanced. So essentially a beginner would be someone that's, obviously never worked out, and they're just trying to start working out. Or a beginner would be someone, you worked out for 2 weeks, then you stopped for 6 months, you did 2 more weeks, then you stopped for 2 months, and you did 2 weeks. That's still beginner category. And you want to select that. Otherwise, intermediate would be someone that lifted for 1 or 2 years and consistently. In advanced would be that 2 years plus. And then you want to just choose how many days a week you'd like to work out, and then you click next, and you're presented with the next question, right? So what is your primary goal? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain muscle? Are you trying to get general health? Lose weight obviously will be bigger people that want to lose weight. Gain muscle will be people that want to gain muscle. And then general health will be somebody that, they're not really trying to gain or lose. They're just trying to maintain what they have and stay healthy, get the heart pumping, work out the muscles so they don't deteriorate over time, right? And then once you decide what you want to do here, you just go ahead and click next. And you'll be presented to the next screen is if you have access to a gym or not, right? Not everyone has access to a gym. So in the plan builder, we don't assume this. Either you have access to a gym, or maybe you want to do home workouts. But that'll be more like body weight exercises like push-ups and all the variations of body weight workouts. Otherwise, outdoor only would be more cardio focused and body weight focused type of workouts. So make your decision there and then click next. And you'll be presented with 3 plans, right? Or 3 plans you can try out. In this case, I believe I did lose weight, going to the gym 3 days a week. And then it gave me these 3 options. You can do a full body gym exercise or a compound list 3 days a week. Maybe you just want to use machines, and this one will be all machines workouts you can do in the gym. Or maybe you only want to use dumbbells, right? And then you can do dumbbell full body exercises. And then once you choose your plan, which one you want to use, you click use this plan, and it will bring you to the plan screen with your plans. Like this example here, these full body at home workouts were all made with the plan builder. And you can change the name if you want. You can edit the plan, give it a different name if you'd like. Maybe you don't want to do it on Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday. You can edit the plan and put the days you want to work to do those exercises. Just keep in mind though, you do want to keep a rest period. So if you see them like giving you a day in between, try to keep a day in between those, just so you get the proper rest before you do the workout again. But that's the plan builder. If you want to use that, say if you're new, or maybe you're someone that wants to try a different workout and you're advanced, you can use the plan builder to go ahead and get a new plan. On this page, I don't know if you noticed too or not, we have groups. So what is groups? Groups are a way to keep a list of plans for the week and group them up for later use or to keep organized. Let's say you have a couple things. Maybe you use the full body at home workout plan, and then you also have plans saved for bodyweight exercises when you're on vacation, or maybe one of your plans for the week was involving chest, right? And you did chest development, and you did that for a few months, and you want to switch it to more arm development, right? If you have all these different types of things, the list can get really, really big, right? The groups allow you to group these together for later use, and they're going to be in your groups, right? So let's say we did chest development in this group, and we want to save this as chest development for later. You go ahead and hit the group button on the top right, it looks like the folder, and it'll present you with the screen to group those items. The first thing it's going to ask you is if you want to keep these plans in your list, right? So the plans you have in your list right now, maybe you just want to group them up for later use, but you still are working with those plans, right? So that you keep those in the list, but make a group for later use. But maybe you're going to start the new plans, and you want to remove those from the list. So it just kind of gives you the option: do you want to keep those in there? Do you want to remove them? Just be aware of that. Let's say we keep plans in the list. It'll present you with a screen to create the group, like this. If I can see the correct one. All right. Wait, is this the right one? No, it's not. This is one we're already in it. And then you present it with this screen, right? And then what you're doing, you're giving the group a name. Let's say the plans list was focusing more on your legs. Let's say in this example we have leg development group, and then a description of it. This group is for leg development plans, right? And then when you're presented with this, you can see the plans that are in your current list, and you can select each one you want to add to that group. If you were to use the folder from the plans view, right, the group button, by default, all the plans in your plans list will be selected to add to it, just for a quick way to add those to a group. And then you can hit save and it'll be added to your groups list, like so. In this example, we had an at-home workout where you're doing bodyweight workouts, right? And that would be in your groups. So what's handy about the groups is, let's say you want to start at-home workouts, right? And you want to add those to the plan list. Even if you deleted those plans from your plans list, it always remembers them in your group. So then, like, you can start that group and say, go ahead and delete them from your plans list. And if you wanted to add them back in, all you have to do is select that group and that button here, add groups to plan, or add group plans to plan list, and it'll simply add those to your plan list. So later on, I mean, you can start to get all kinds of different workouts. Maybe you got some arm development workouts for the week. Maybe you got chest development workouts. Maybe you have leg exercise workouts. Maybe you have body weight workouts. You can always keep those grouped together to keep them organized, and then later on, just hit the button to add groups to the plan list. It's a cool new feature in iOS. I'm working to get this added in Android by the end of this week. And cool feature to keep things organized, keep that list smaller, and keep it to what you want to do, and save different plans for later. That about covers everything in the plans system here. Let's go ahead and move on to some of your tracking features to keep track of your progress in the gym. One of the big ones in PumpPal is progress photos. If you come inside here, and what this allows you to do is track your progress photos over time. If you're not sure how to take progress photos, on the very top there you have tips, tools, and recommendations. If you click that, it'll give you instructions of like when you should take these pictures, how often you should take these pictures, what tools you can use to take these pictures, all kinds of resources of how to take proper body measurements photos. So take a look at that if you're unsure. If you want to add a new progress photo, you can go ahead and click the plus button. On the newer versions of the app, if you're on it, the only option you'll have instead of the camera and the plus button, you only have the plus button. And then it'll prompt you if you want to use the camera right away or you want to upload it from your phone. Just a heads up if you see that being different. But yes, you want to hit the plus button. Let's say that would be like, if you want to upload from your phone, let's say you already tried to track your progress photos. It allows you to grab the progress photos you already have, bring them into the app, and then you can begin tracking them in the app. If you hit the camera button, it'll be like, camera, and right away you can take a picture of your current physique, right? So make your selection there, and then take your picture, and you'll be presented with a new screen like this. And essentially, it allows you to add this into your progress photos list. If you uploaded it from your phone, you can change the date, just so you're aware. If you just click the date, you can change it to whenever you took that photo. Chances are, if you took it with the camera, it'll be that day's date, and then you just keep that date there, right? The pose is which shot you took. You're going to record your front shot, your side shot, and your back shot in these photos. You want to make that selection. If it's one of your favorites, let's say you like this photo, you can save it as your favorites for later. You can quickly find it. Do you want to make it private or not? You can select private, and only save that photo to your device and won't go to the server or anything like that. And then just below there, you have your notes. Let's say you notice some changes in it. Maybe your man boobs went down a little bit. Maybe your love handles went down a little bit. You can make notes of changes you physically see already, right? And then once you save that, it'll add it to your plans list, or plans list, your progress photos list. And then what's cool about PumpPal is that it always, whenever you take your first front shot, your first side shot, and your first back shot, it'll remember these for later, right? And then as you get more front, side, back shots, they add up. You can then use the compare button, which is just to the left of the camera, the two little rectangles, and you can compare them side by side, like so. This would be your oldest one, and this will be your newest one, so you can quickly see changes in your body over time. If you want to see your side, you just select side on top, and you get your side shots. If you want to see the back, you set the back, and you can quickly compare your back shots. Super cool feature in PumpPal. No other app really has it. Check that out. Why would you want to do this in the first place, I guess, would be because sometimes the scale doesn't move the way you want it to move, maybe not fast enough, maybe not, maybe it doesn't move at all. And this keeps you motivated because sometimes that scale just doesn't move because you gain some muscle or a body recomposition, right? And in these pictures, you can see side by side over time that there are changes happening, so you don't get so discouraged over that scale weight. Definitely check that out. A cool feature in PumpPal you can use for free. On the same token here, oh, I should probably cover too. If you want to filter your images, especially when you start to get a lot of images in there, you can select the filter buttons just to the left of the compare button. You can filter by the front shots, you can filter by the side shots, back shots, maybe your favorites to find your favorite ones from that menu there. But what coincides with this in the app too is you can also record your body measurements in PumpPal. And how this coincides with progress photos is sometimes, even in your progress photos, you might not see a quarter inch change or tenth of an inch change inside the progress photos themselves, whereas your measurements can see those changes, right? So it's another tool to see progress where progress might not be seen if you're not recording it, right? If you're not sure how to take measurements, once again, we have tips, tools, and recommendations on the top. You click that and it'll give you a list of instructions how to take good measurements, what tools you might want to get to take these measurements, and so forth. If you're not sure where to measure, you can hit show measurements picture and it will show you the measurements diagram, and it allows you to quickly see where you should be measuring for these measurements. But once you want to take a new measurement, we can go ahead and click the plus button on the top right, and it'll present you with this screen. And inside here, you have your measurements. You can take in your weight, you can take in your body fat percentages, your waist, your hips, your chest, your neck, your left bicep, right bicep, quads, calves. You want to get all those measurements in those times, and then you would hit save, and it'll add it to your measurement screen. And once again, this is always good to remember your first measurement. You can't delete your first measurement. You can only edit your measurement. Maybe you're just a little bit off on your measurement and you want to then go in and change it. You can do that. But yeah, it'll always remember your first measurement. And then as you get more measurements over time, once again, you can compare these measurements. On the top right, you hit the compare button. And you'll be presented with this screen where it shows your first and current. Your weight might have went down 5 pounds. It'll show you went down. Your body fat percentage might have went down. What's nice about this, if the scale didn't move, right, maybe your body fat went down. If you're trying to lose weight, that's a great thing because although you weigh the same amount, the amount of fat on your body went down, and that means you had to add muscle onto your frame. Another one would be maybe, let's say the weight and the body fat percentage didn't go down, but you notice that your biceps got a tenth of an inch bigger, or your chest got bigger. That means you put on the weight on the right spots. You want the weight on those spots. This gives you a very quick way to visually see those little changes. Maybe you didn't see it in the progress photos, but you see it in the measurements, and the measurements are changing. So you can keep track of that inside here. Another awesome feature for you to use inside PumpPal. Another cool feature in PumpPal to help you track your workouts is your reasons. And inside here is where you list all the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, right? So it helps you keep motivated. In the beginning, you're going to be super motivated. You're going to want to keep going, and that motivation eventually fades, and you have to find a way to reignite that fire in you, or that motivation in you to keep going. And that's where reasons come into play. Maybe your reason is just to build strength. Maybe you want to be a stronger person. Maybe you're going on dates now and you want to look better and be more attractive. You can do that. You can have doctor recommendations. Maybe they recommended that you go to the gym. Maybe you just want to be able to play with your kids better. There's tons of reasons. Everyone has different reasons for doing these things. And you want to just list your reasons. And when you're gonna not go to the gym one day, maybe you don't feel like it. Read your reasons over again, right? And it'll light that fire and get you to go to the gym again. Maybe you're going to cheat on your diet. You're thinking about getting some ice cream. Read your reasons over again, and it gives you that that boost you need to keep going with your plan. If you're not sure what kind of reasons you can add, there's presets in here that you can go with. You can build strength. You can lose weight, improve your mental health, increase your energy, doctor's recommendations, be a role model for your family. Maybe if you want to perform better in your sports, gain some confidence. These are all solid reasons why you should keep going, right? And this preset ready for you to add them. There's all kinds of stuff. I think of new reasons every day, and I add it to my reasons list. And you just keep adding to it to keep that fire going in your head, to keep you motivated, and then maybe you can visualize yourself in those positions later on if you stick to it. And I also want to mention too, right now we have an amazing deal on our lifetime plan. Our lifetime plan is only $39.99. It's a one-time purchase. Normally, for lifetime plans for this type of apps are anywhere from 150 to 200 for their lifetime access. Right now, we're offering it for a limited time for $39.99, only because we want to keep this app floating and we want to keep developing this app. Your benefits, if you buy the plan, is you get no ads, so you don't get distracted in your workouts. You're grandfathered in all future features. We plan to have many more features to come. It'll be a one-time payment, so you only have to pay us once, and then you have it for the rest of your life. And you also can sync from your devices. So say you have your phone and you have your tablet. If you sign into both of them, both of those devices will have the same information on it. And also, if you ever get a new phone, all you have to do is sign in, and all your data gets to that new phone automatically. Great price. I figure I'd mention that now so you're aware of it if you want to make that purchase. Otherwise, in the menu, also, I have a feedback option. If there's something wrong in the app and you notice it, please give me some feedback letting me know that there's something wrong. If you want a new feature added, please let me know about that too. Maybe we'll like it and we can get it added. Either way, feedback is great. I'd like to hear from you. I will reply within 24 hours of you giving me feedback. Yeah, check that out. And I think I covered just about everything I want to cover. Go ahead and check out PumpPal physical activity logs in the App Store. Download it, play around with it. I think you're going to love it, and it's the best app in 2026. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, please like and follow this page so you can see more content like this, and you can see new features that are coming to PumpPal, and you can keep abreast on the app. Otherwise, I think I covered what I wanted to cover. I hope you enjoy the app. Check it out. Think about getting that lifetime access to keep it going. And you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye now.